Alrighty, so we've got General Leang versus Dr Thrax, but I can't build any units, so that means we're not building any units from the command center, supply center, barracks, war factory, or airfield. So for this one, right now we've got our dozer building our power plant. This time round, I'm building it close to my command center because I'm trying to save as much time as possible because I kind of need the time to build up my defenses. So yeah, going very close with the supply center as well. Not only is that going to save a bit of time, but I'm also going to be able to gather my resources that little bit faster compared to building the supply center further away to avoid the scud storm that's going to come later on. Because the scud storm is always going to aim where your first command center is. Now, right now I'm going to build a barracks because with General Leang the tech tree is a little bit different. You actually need a barracks in order to build your base defenses, and I'm going for the control rods upgraded as well because I do need the extra power because I'm going for Gatling cannons as my main source of defense for this one. So I have the choice of Gatling cannons, Patriots, tunnel networks, bunkers, but Gatlings versus Thrax's units works very well because Thrax just likes to move your... He moves his units past your defenses to go for my command center. His scripting and pathing is a little bit funky, which makes him kind of easy to deal with if you know what you're doing.
Construction built to spec. Nice location. Ah, that's right. Sit back and relax. Give my toxins more time to work.
Thrax is coming in, he's doing his first attack, but yeah, as I was saying before, he just tries to go after your command center first. That's the way it always goes. Now the third Gatling cannon was within range of the tunnel network, which meant that the infantry inside came out and got taken out as well. Good for me, more general points. Faster we get those, the better. But my power situation, we're in the yellow, so I need to try and get my power under control because I want to keep building those Gatling cannons so then I can counteract not only Dr. Thrax's units but the anthrax bombs that he sends. Didn't quite solve that second problem with the Gatling cannons, but I was able to try and keep my dozer and my vehicles out of harm's way because I was able to build like tunnel networks and basically treat those as sort of like basically a panic room or a safe room. That way they won't get destroyed.
Upgrade complete.
More victim, volunteers for my experiments.
Upgrade complete.
Building is complete. China have been generous. A very good plan, General. Oh, did I forget to tell you about those? Silly me. Watch the mines, General. Building is complete. We have big plans.
Yep, so I took out the mine, built a new power plant, but I'm using my Gatling cannon to destroy my own power plant. Now, the reason why I'm doing that is because the power plant is a US one. And the US buildings always spawn ranges when they're destroyed. And that does not break the rules because I'm not building those ranges out of the barracks. So that's a totally fair game here. Now from the barracks I can also get the capture upgrade, and then I can utilize those two ranges that are going to spawn any second now to capture the two oil derricks that are nearby. And that's going to help out with our money situation, because we're only using one supply truck to gather the resources here. We've got the three Gatling cannons at the front line. Because Thrax is only moving his forces like closer to where my command center is, it's very easy pickings for just 3 Gatling cannons, and so I'm kind of happy with where I'm at on the front line. The right side though does need a bit more defense-wise because he does like to throw bomb trucks on my right side, so I need to make sure that's defended well enough so then I don't end up losing the oil derrick and then also losing the power, because I've got the power plants on that side too, and I've got them clustered together.
Ready for action. Take a new position.
Anthrax, it does a body bad. We have big plans. Complete. Nice location.
Yeah, beautiful. So I've got 4 Gatling cannons, building a new power plant. We're just trying to keep our power as green as we can, so then we can build up more defenses later. And if we want to go super weapons, that'll also be a safe option for us. Now the 2 Rangers, I sent them to the left side of my base. I don't want to capture that second oil derrick yet, because if I try to, Thrax will send the units to that left side, which doesn't have any defenses yet. So I want to try and defend the area first, then go for the capture.
Yes.
So with my general powers, I hit rank 3. I got level 2 artillery and level 1 cash bounty. So level 2 artillery, I use that on the Toxin bunker that's next to that artillery platform. And reason why I wanted to do that was I wanted to destroy it, which lets out all the toxins in that area, and that would give me the time to set up some defenses, because those toxins would stop Thrax from getting to me. But unfortunately the artillery strike wasn't quite enough to destroy it. Normally it is. I probably just aimed it a little bit. I was probably a little bit off with my aim. Yeah, even so, I was still able to get the first Gatling cannon off, and if I get one off, then that's going to be enough to deal with some of the problems, mainly infantry. But if I was to get like bomb trucks on that left side, I don't think one would be able to stop it.
You should only feel a long and painful burning after this. Is complete. A very good plan, General.
Building capture complete.
Construction built to spec. Nice location. I'll give you a breather before our next attack.
Congratulations, General. You have been promoted.
We have big plans. Construction.
Yep, so I've settled for the 4 Gatling cannons on my left side. I did hit rank 4, which I went to level 3 artillery. I'm kind of happy with the financial situation because of the 2 oil derricks that we've got on board now, and that level 1 bounty is going to put in the work for me. But yeah, right now I'm just trying to set up a new command center, and the reason why we want the command center is because Thrax is going to have a Scud Storm set up any minute now, and the Scud Storm is always going to aim for where your starting command center is, even if that command center no longer exists. So there's the Scud Storm, so it's going to happen in 5 minutes. So the idea is when the Scud Storm is ready, we're going to sell off the power plant, that command center and the supply center, and then we're just not going to build anything using that space. That is the scud space. And if we just don't build anything there, then he can't do anything to me with that scud storm. It does mean I'll be sacrificing a little bit of base space, but with the amount of space you're given for this fight, it's really not that big a deal, because you're still going to have plenty of room to build build a war factory, build the airfield, and build the super weapons later on if you're going to use super weapons. In this case, you got nukes, scud storms, and particle cannons. So if you wanted to do like a particle cannon spam, that is definitely a viable option, since the particle cannon is the smallest out of the 3 super weapons.
You will regret intruding on my experiments, General.
Building that is a good start.
Yep, so right now I built 1 Gatling cannon, and I could sense that the anthrax bomb was going to happen any minute. So I thought, okay, let's move the dozer out of the way, because I don't want the dozer to die to the toxins, and the anthrax bomb for Dr. Thrax goes on cash value. With 4 Gatling cannons and the barracks, it does look like a pretty good spot. The other spot that he does go for is normally like the power plants that are tucked away with the 4 Gatling cannons on my right side. So that's also a pretty good target for him with the anthrax bomb. So as I mentioned earlier, the tunnels, we're going to use those as the safe room for the dozer, so then we can keep him out of harm's way when there's a lot of toxins on my side of the map. There we go. So my 4 Gats were not enough to take out the anthrax bomb, which is fine. I can still build stuff on the left side, but I got to be careful here, because I want to be able to build a little bit, but not too much as to change the target of the anthrax bomb to from the right side to the left side of the base. Because if I do that, I lose my dozer.
Yes.
Here we come.
So since I know I'm on safe ground, I can build another GAT, and this is me trying to take care of the anthrax bomb problem, because we don't need to worry about Thrax's units, because they weren't getting through even when I had 3 GATs. But with 5 GATs, it gives me a much better chance to try and take out the anthrax bomb before it drops the bomb.
It is so hard to find a doctor these days who will make house calls. But Dr. Thrax still does.
Looks promising.
Yep, so now the toxins are cleared, and then I'm going to work on the power situation. So normally you shouldn't like cluster your power plants together like I have, but against Dr. Thrax, if you know that he's not going to do anything to you, it's safe to do it. Like if you were up against a different general, you could you probably need to space out your buildings. So like if you are up against Alexander or General Leang, then yes, space out your buildings. But with generals like Dr. Thrax, General Kwai as well, General Towns is another one that you could get away with it. So those are generals that don't really target your power too much.
Supply truck here. Very economical.
And yeah, I see that the Scud Storm is going to happen very, very soon. So I'm getting the truck out of the way early, because we're going to use that truck later on for resource gathering. We haven't gathered a lot of those resources yet. And we're building a war factory. I know it's out of the Scud Storm radius, so it is safe to do it. And another thing with the power, because one of the power plants is next to the command center, I'm going to sell it, and then I need to make sure I have enough power to keep us online for when the Scud Storm hits. So that's why I built so many.
A very good plan, General.
Do you enjoy seeing your men glow in the dark, huh? Build more then!
Congratulations, General. You have been promoted.
Now we need to get a new supply center on the go. A little bit of a bad position there, so I was like, let's cancel and then we'll angle it the right way. So we are going to do long distance collection as well. Now with rank 5, I hit the carpet bomb, the cluster mines, and the sneak attack. So reason for those, well, mine drop, it's going to take out some of the enemies and slow him down a little bit. That's if I want to try and do like more attacks like with the sneak attack as well. For example, if I was to do a sneak attack from the top part of the map and then do a cluster mine to the right of that, then that would slow down Thrax's forces, and then whatever I got in the tunnel, I could send those out, try and take out the command center and a few other things before Thrax's next batch of units come. I didn't get the EMP. I didn't think it would be very useful for this battle, and I didn't get the expected gunship because I know it goes down very easily on this map because Thrax has the buffed up rockets with the stinger sights and his RPG troopers. So yeah, just gone for a mine drop at that bridge there. So he's still sending in some units. He's eventually going to slow down and eventually stop attacking me. But the more I can, like the more damage I can do, the better. Because I wasn't exactly ready yet with a attack force for a sneak attack. So I could utilize those mines for a little bit for, just any attack is better than no attack. That's the thought process I went with.
We descend upon your base, General.
And right now, I used my base defenses to take out the toxic bunkers. I thought to myself, well, just in case Thrax does something which blows up those bunkers and my dozer in the middle of it, we'll just eliminate it, keep the dozer tucked away in the tunnel, and then when all the toxins are gone, we can focus on building again. So I ended up using the carpet bomb on the quad cannon. So the reason why I did that is because the quad cannons weren't moving. So those quad cannons I know aren't going to make any attacks. Now I see that Thrax is going for the anthrax bomb, so I try and keep the trucks away from that. But my Gatling cannons are not enough to stop it. So the good thing I made that choice.
Anthrax, it does a body bad. You have brought this on yourself, General. Now, watch your men pay for your mistake.
Is this a shortcut?
So at the barracks, I did go for the flashbang and chem suit upgrade. Wasn't sure if I was going to need those, but we were sitting on nearly 20 grand in cash, so I was like, you know what, let's splurge, we'll get whatever upgrades we need, and then we'll figure out what we do next while we wait on those toxins to go away. So now that the toxins are out of the picture, I went for a particle cannon. So for this, even though I'm sacrificing some base space, I thought a particle cannon would probably be the best move for now, because I wasn't sure how much space exactly I could utilize with the super weapons. So yeah, we are building kind of a mix of particles, scud storms, nukes, and whatever space we can use, we'll use it, and then the empty space will just be the scud space that will remain untouched. And because I'm building the particle cannon next to that airfield near the oil derrick, the war factory, it means that those anthrax bombs are going to be more likely to aim there specifically. With my carpet bomb, I just decided to go for a stinger sight. I know that Thrax is not going to rebuild that one. I also wanted to build my Scud Storm, and I wasn't sure if the stinger would be within range of the Scud Storm, so I didn't want to take that risk. Now, with the super weapons for General Leang, they also act as tech buildings as well, so they're going to have a few upgrades from each of the factions. So the Particle's going to have the US upgrades, Scud Storm GLA, and then Nuclear's got China. So there's usually a few upgrades to get from each of those super weapons.
I'll give you a breather before our next attack.
We have big plans. Building
Advanced training is complete, sir.
Yeah, and since I was a little bit short on room, I went for the nuke. I could have gone particle cannon as well, but I kind of wanted to go for one of each and then figure out what I do next, if I build more super weapons or if I focus on a ground force to attack Dr. Thrax.
General, we have a clogged toxin nozzle. Give me a second to fix it.
Yeah, just going for mines again. I don't have an attack force to really do any damage to him. Another thing with those mines, I can utilize those to reveal part of the map, and then I could do the sneak attack on the revealed map, and then I can use whatever units to do the attacking. And then wherever I put the mines, that would act as the stopping point for Thrax's units. So I got one of each super weapon. That is definitely going to be the target for those anthrax bombs, because that's 15 grand plus all the other buildings that are nearby.
We have big plans.
And yeah, I completely forgot about my supply trucks. So since Thrax isn't really attacking me, it means that my cash bounty is not going to be doing much work for me. So I do need to get those trucks back to work. Now I decided to build a Scud Storm on the left side, and I did mention earlier that I don't want to build too much on the left side, otherwise it'll change the attack target of the anthrax bomb from the right side to the left side. But at this point, we've got 15 grand plus all of those other buildings, so I could afford to build a couple of super weapons on this left side without changing that attack target of the anthrax bomb. Right now I'm just going through all the different upgrade options, and I was like, what could I get? Like, what do I need, if anything?
We are pretty busy here. Where do you
And as I was making that choice, I did lose a truck.
Very economical.
Which, I mean, not the worst thing to happen, because we're pretty much decked out on weaponry, and we do have a particle cannon that's ready to go as well. So I could fire that now, I could fire that later.
Build orders complete, sir.
Warning, a Scud Storm has been launched.
Let's build. That's a good choice. I built for China. That's a good start. Ah, yes. I am unable to build there.
Nothing can live beneath my toxic cloud, General.
Let's build. Let's take a look. Of course. That's a good start. It will look real nice when it's done.
So trying to build more GATs to counteract that anthrax bomb. I should have probably done it sooner if I wanted to counteract it, and then I'd be able to build buildings on my right side a lot easier. But yeah, I noticed that my barracks and my airfield were getting taken out pretty much, and I needed to finally tackle this problem before moving on. That's what I was that's what I was thinking at the time. So yeah, I could have probably just gone back to building more super weapons. I could have afforded another couple of Scud Storms at the time, but yeah, I need to figure out, you know, a way to keep the barracks alive and keep the airfield alive. The barracks not so much, because barracks is going to allow me to build more base defenses, but the airfield is something I do need to build super weapons. So for Leang, you need both an airfield and a war factory to build your super weapons. And yeah, she has no way of tech, she has no tech building, so no strat, no prop or palace. That's why the super weapons themselves act as their own tech buildings as well as super weapons. So going for the particle cannon now, and the artillery strike on the command center, and we went for a Scud Storm on the supply stash. So game plan with that is we want to be able to eliminate all of the workers that Thrax has on the map. And that's also part of the reason why I didn't aim too many of my my general powers on his buildings, because if I did that, that would mean that he would send workers to that section to rebuild, and then that might mean that there's 1 or 2 workers unaccounted for, which could repair or rebuild the command center and supply stash if it was to happen.
Resuming the supply routes. Build orders complete, sir. Let's build. Of course. Ah, yes.
The suspense, it's killing you.
Yeah, using the mine inside the base. I just wanted to reveal the map just to see if Thrax started rebuilding anything. So because he hadn't at the time, it was a good indicator that there was, you know, little to no workers left. But I did spot a worker rebuilding that supply stash. So I gotta hope that my nuclear missile is going to be enough to deal with that problem. And then I thought, what if I try and get the sneak attack, and then that bomb truck might take it out for me? That's what I was going for. But yeah, he did get the supply stash back up. But my nuke, because it's directly over it, it's going to turn that into a GLA hull. And I do have a Scud Storm that's very close to being ready, so I can always use that to finish the job, and then that would mean I can use whatever weaponry I got to take out the other buildings and then win.
I build for China. I am unable to build there.
Every moment you delay, you die a little bit more.
Yep, so the radiation did take out the worker that was going to rebuild the supply stash from a GLA hull, so that's good news for me. I was able to aim my Scud Storm a bit more on the arms dealer as well, so then I can finish that off. So that's 2 buildings gone just like that. Thrax fired another Scud Storm at me, no harm done because I got nothing there. And then I can just focus on building like Scud Storms. I can actually build wherever I want now. Since we destroyed his command center, that means he's got no more access to his anthrax bombs.
See, you can tell they are just right when the flesh falls off the bone.
And yeah, I should have figured that the carpet bomb wasn't going to make it. By this point, doesn't really matter if those carpet bombs make it or not, because we've got 5, soon to be 6 super weapons on board. We kind of got a little carried away with the super weapon spam, but I don't mind. Thrax is kind of one of the easier generals to do. Even if I didn't have the super weapons, I would have been able to find a way to beat him. Because I could just do like a tunnel network spam, for example, and that would have been able to destroy the command center. I could have done a sneak attack up top, mines if I need them, use a bunch of RPG troopers to take out the command center, maybe do an artillery strike on the supply stash at the same time as well, which would eliminate the workers. So yeah, I definitely had a strategy for if I want to do it with super weapons and if I want to do it without the super weapons.
Construction built to spec.
You smell something? Huh?
Our Scudstorm is ready, General. Our Scudstorm has been launched.
Yeah, so I just finishing this one up now. So if you enjoyed this one, feel free to check out my Command & Conquer playlist where I do all sorts of different challenges, mainly I can't build any units challenges. If you enjoyed this one, feel free to comment, like and subscribe. I am Cracolo, see you next time. Bye.
Perhaps I shouldn't have gotten my degree from mail order college.